February 6th at 8 a.m. Okay, Mr. Donnelly stepped out. Is Mr. Lee here? He's in here. Okay. On the record, on the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus John Haburami, I file number 23-02392. Appearance, please.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrosky on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Vince Green on behalf of the defendant who is standing to our right.
How are you folks? How are you, sir? How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you. Today's the date and the time that was set for a final plea trial. I have a plea sheet here. It says the people are offering for you to plead guilty to an added count 5 of disorderly jostling under MCL 750.1671L, and that they will dismiss the remaining counts. Is that a complete and accurate understanding of the plea offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you want to accept that, sir?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury. You awake?
Yes.
I'm here, that's me.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Why did you just stare at me when I said it? Are you, I'm sorry? You got a fro, are you nervous? Okay, well, no, I gotta give it to him again because you had to tell him the answer. So don't be nervous.
All right.
You got Mr. Green right there, okay? He's gonna make sure nothing bad happens to you. You're in a really good deal too, okay? Okay, but we're gonna go over your rights before we determine whether or not you want to accept this in real life, okay?
Okay.
Raise your right hand again. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Okay, I have the advice of rights with the plea information sheet. Did you sign this here?
Yes, I do.
Okay, did you read this?
Yes.
Do you understand the rights here?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about these rights?
No.
Okay, you want to give up all of those rights today?
Yes.
Okay, so that means you're gonna give up your right to the presumption of innocence. So you're innocent until proven guilty. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
You understand that you have the right to require the prosecutor to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, and you have the right to a trial. You have the right to a jury trial. You have the right to remain silent at your trial and not have silence be used against you. You have the right to confront and cross-examine in court any of the accusers or witnesses called to testify against you. You have the right to call your own witnesses to your trial or present evidence at trial that you believe show a defense to the charges being brought against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
And anybody making any promises to you to get you to give up those rights today?
No.
Okay, has there been any threats made against you for you to want to plead guilty today?
No.
Are you currently on probation or on parole?
No.
You understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that you may need to report to your current employer, or you may need to put this conviction on a future job application. Okay, this also could result in having an impact on travel or immigration status that you may be seeking. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. As to the added count 5 of disorderly person jostling, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty because he told you to say that?
No.
Okay, factual basis.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Haburami, I'm going to draw your attention to October 23rd of 2022. Were you at 2900 Collins Road? And what is there? Is that McLaren Hospital?
Yes.
All right. Is that in the city of Lansing, County of Ingham?
Yes.
All right. And at that time, sir, prior to getting there, you had been drinking alcohol and became inebriated. Is that correct?
Yes.
And when they were trying to attend to you at the hospital, you became disorderly. You did not really let them take care of you correctly. Is that correct?
Yes.
You fought them a little bit. Is that correct?
I was angry at that time, and I wanted to see my daughter. She was just 2 months old, and
So you didn't cooperate with them?
yeah.
All right. So you were disorderly?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What did you do while you were angry that constitutes jostling?
I guess I was just, I'd been out for parade. And,
Did what?
I did not for parade, and I was just maybe loud, yelling.
You were loud and yelling?
Yeah.
Loud and yelling is jostling, but that could cause the noise
Sure.
disturbance.
Were you resisting their efforts to help you too?
Yes.
Okay,
You were seeking some help, medical help?
Well,
It's just yes or no?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you put your hands on anybody while you did that?
Yeah.
You can't remember that? Okay. Do you remember the incident at all?
Yes.
Okay, you just can't remember if you touched anybody while you were being uncooperative? Okay. Any other questions from the prosecutor?
Um, no, Your Honor.
Court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. Find your plea to be freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made. Except for final pre-trial. Okay. Your witness here?
No, Your Honor, I had contact with them, but once Mr. Green had informed me that Mr. Habarami was accepting the offer, I called him to inform him he didn't need to appear.
You're not gonna set for sentencing. Sentencing is going to be February 27th at 9 a.m.
$22.
27
Oh, 27.
at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
No problem. When you leave here, sir, you go down 1 floor to probation and check in with them. They'll prepare the court a pre-sentence report about how you should be sentenced, okay? Do you have any questions? Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the people, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Terry Andre Williams present. Yeah. Thank you. Tammy Verona. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Tammy Verona, file number 23-03363, council appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrowski on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Tammy Verona.
Thank you. How are you, Ms. Verona?
I'm good. How are you, Your Honor?
I'm pretty good. Today's the date and the time that was set for final pre-trial. The necessary witnesses have failed to appear, so the people are moving to dismiss without prejudice. That means the case will be dismissed today, but they do have the right to reissue it against you, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we're gonna get you a copy of the dismissal and then you're free to go. Any
Thank
additional,
you.
no problem. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the people, thank you.
What do I do about these cutters? Like,
You have to go back to Mason and get it taken off.
thank you.
No
Your Honor.
problem. The record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Andrew Ryan Mick, file number 23-02500, council appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrowski on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Andrew Nick.
How are you, Mr. Mick?
Good, how about you?
There's another knowledge. There's another knowledge. Okay, today's date and the time that's set for a final pre-trial. The people do not have the necessary witnesses, so they're moving to dismiss without prejudice, okay?
Okay.
That does mean, though, that they have the right to reissue the charge within the statutory time frame if they later come in contact with the witness, okay?
Okay.
We'll get you a copy of the dismissal. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the people, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense.
Thank you, you're all set.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Is that quick, copy of it?
I don't, he does, so I
It goes to balance. On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Ralph McFadden, file number 23-02643, council appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrowski on behalf of the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the Attorney of Record Jacob Raleigh for the defendant McFadden, Mr. McFadden, who is present standing to my right.
How are you, Mr. McFadden? I'm doing pretty good. Today was the date set for final pre-trial. The necessary witness failed to appear, so the people are moving to dismiss without prejudice. They do have the right to reissue the charge against you within the statutory timeframe. They're also objecting to destruction of the arrest records under MCL 764.26A. Do you have any questions about that? We'll get you a copy of the dismissal. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the- Your Honor.
And nothing for defense.
Okay, you're all set, sir. On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Stephen Easley, is that how we say it?
I'm unsure.
Is he here?
No, he passed away.
One thirty. On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Vincent Verway. File number is 23-03565, council appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrowski on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Vincent Verway.
Okay, today's the date and the time that was set for a pre-trial, an unlicensed dog. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, defendant has provided proof of compliance. The dogs are now licensed. So dismissing.
This is granted. You're all set.
Thank you.
On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Tracy Dwayne Martinez, file number 23-03487 SM. Council appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrowski on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Tracy Martinez.
Mr. Martinez present?
I have not seen Mr. Martinez this morning, Your Honor.
I'll issue a bench warrant and remand him. No matters for the record.
Nothing for the defense.
Mr. Pritchett is on the screen. Are we ready to proceed with him?
Yes, ma'am.
On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus James Pritchett, file number 23-01702. Council appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrowski on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of James Pritchett.
Today was the date and the time that was set for a final pretrial. Mr. Pritchett, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Do we have necessary witnesses here?
For the domestic violence charge, we do not, and there's also the additional charge of the attempted resisting and obstructing, in which case the complaining victim would be an officer.
Your Honor, given that the prosecutor is unable to proceed, we ask for a dismissal.
And dismiss the assault and battery. The attempted police officer ARO will be set for trial. And it's already set for February 13th at 8 a.m. you have any questions today, Mr. Pritchett?
So is the courthouse able to send over some paperwork to this jail for me, please?
I know that we will be mailing paperwork to the jail, but
I will try, I told Mr. Pritchett that I would try to get contact with him and I would contact the jail and see what I can.
how long are you gonna be in jail, in Emmett County Jail?
I've been here almost 5 months now. I have until February 2nd, and then I'm going to treatment and everything.
You say you're going to treatment?
Yeah, I'm going to treatment, and then after that I have sober living and intensive outpatient.
Okay, well, your attorney's gonna have to meet with you anyways to prepare for trial, so he'll get you the paperwork you need.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, given that Mr. Pritchett reports that he's going to be going into treatment, should we consider a later court date or should we wait and see if he's actually in?
We'll wait to see if he's actually in
Yes, ma'am.
treatment, and then we can address it at that time. You're all set, Mr. Pritchett.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have anybody else that's ready?
Evan Mitchell?
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Evan Patrick Mitchell, file number 22-02861, council appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrowski on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Mr. Evan Mitchell.
How are you, Mr. Mitchell?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. Okay, today was the date and the time that was set for a Is this a probation violation, sorry? Oh, gosh. Why do you do that just like that? It's supposed to be simple probation violation. Yeah.
I believe this was set initially for last Tuesday when we were in trial.
It was, but they said it as a plea, like this was a new case. That's all I was gonna say.
Oh.
You get a new case. This is a probation trial. Okay, let's see, we did bring him for the violations. It looks like I was in trial. The last court date. The violations that he failed to do random testing at cognitive consultants on November 28th and December 4th. And that he was unsuccessfully discharged from intensive outpatient for lack of attendance on November 27th. Pleading to that, Mr. Lee? That's correct, sir. That's what you want to do?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do.
You can put your hand down, sir. Okay, you do have the right to have a contested hearing on the probation violation. You have the right to be represented by counsel at that hearing. You are represented by Mr. Lee for the probation violation. You want to waive your hearing?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you understand that if you plead guilty to these violations, or if you're found guilty at the time of the hearing, your probation status can be revoked and you can be sentenced to a term of jail time.
Yes.
The probation could also be extended, or I could impose additional oversight, programming, or sanctions as punishment for the violations. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay. You want to give up the contested hearing?
Yes, I do.
Anybody threatening you to get you to do that?
No,
Any promises being made to you to get you to do that?
no.
Okay. As to the violation that you failed to participate in random testing at cognitive consultants on November 28th and December 4th, 2023, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
And as to the violation that you have been unsuccessfully discharged from the intensive outpatient therapy ordered by the court for lack of participation or attendance, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Have a factual basis, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Mitchell, you entered a guilty plea in case 22-02861 sometime in early 2023, is that correct?
Yes,
And you were sentenced in that case in March of 2023, correct?
yes,
And as per your sentencing, you were ordered to participate in probation, correct?
yes,
And you were ordered as part of that probation to participate in random testing, right?
yes,
And you were also ordered to participate in outpatient and or group counseling, correct?
yes,
And so did you fail to test per the court orders on November 28th and December 4th of 2023?
yes,
And were you discharged from your group counseling or your outpatient counseling for lack of attendance?
yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any questions from the prosecutor?
No, Your Honor.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. If I your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. The recommendation from the probation department indicates that you continue to remain non-compliant with the probation requirements. Let's see here. You have had 7 prior violations. And then it states here, the recommendation is to terminate probation and impose jail time. You can make allocution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Mitchell presents as a very sincere individual. He does struggle with bipolar disorder, and I think that that impacts sometimes his decision-making in regard to some of the responsibilities of probation. However, as a display of his sincerity and his willingness and desire to successfully complete probation, he has started donating plasma as a means of generating some income, because one of the issues for him has been the cost, especially as it pertains to the counseling and outpatient therapy. He was sick, and that did have something to do with his inability to participate in the testing back in November and December. However, he admits he was not in contact with the probation officer and did not handle that situation well. Given the fact that he is now doing something to provide a stream of income and will have the ability to participate, we're asking the court to consider a reinstatement into probation, even if that means for an extended period of time, more than what he's already been required.
And I can appreciate that he's genuine, but genuine is not necessarily the only requirement for being successful on probation. And I think that the probation officer is probably being a little generous. I have here, since the time I put him on probation, there was a violation that he failed to do random testing at cognitive consultants on May 27, 2023. He failed to test on June 5th, 2023. He failed to attend counseling on May 15th, May 30th, and June 23rd, 2023. That right there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 violations. Let's see. Then we had another violation. He pled guilty to those. I gave him a second chance, let him continue, because I recognize that it may not be that easy to start and to be responsible with all the requirements that come with probation. Then I got another violation that he tested positive for THC on September 15th, and that he tested positive for cocaine on that date. That's 2 separate violations. Then I got another violation that he tested positive on September 21st for THC. I don't have any record that he has provided evidence or that he has a medical marijuana card. Then I extended his probation and I ordered him to participate in intensive outpatient counseling because of the lack of testing and the issue that involves testing positive for substances that he does not have a legal right to have. And then there's the new violation. So I would calculate more than 7 violations. And so I recognize he also has some mental health issues, but there's also a substance abuse issue. And the court's given several attempts with trying to address this with a term of probation. He's not a good candidate for probation because he doesn't know how to be in compliance or remain in compliance. And so for those reasons, I'm going to discharge him from probation unsuccessfully. And I'm going to remand him for 90 days in Ingham County Jail. And he will only be able to get released upon successful entry into a inpatient facility. There'll be no early release and no tether release.
Yeah. The right one's kind of too tight. Too tight.
Any additional matters for the record on this file?
Nothing from the people you're on. Thank you.
Thank you, you're all set. Is Anthony, I'm sorry, Jerry Anthony King present?
I have not seen Mr. Key.
He's not in the hallway, is he?
Let me double check.
What's your name, ma'am? Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Shanique Wheeler, file number 23-03123, council appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrowski on behalf of the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Shanique Wheeler, who is present standing to my right.
Today was the date and the time that was set for a pretrial. You're good. And the pretrial was set for which matter? We dismissed the police officer assault due to the officer no longer working for the police department. So we have a false report remaining and an assault and battery remaining. Okay, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, there is an offer. Ms. Wheeler has been offered to plead guilty to the assault and battery, and the state would dismiss the filing of false police report. At this time, Ms. Wheeler declines the offer. She wants to set for final pretrial jury trial.
Final pretrial, February 27th at 8. Trial March 19th. Okay, final pretrial will be February 27th at 8 a.m. Jury trial is scheduled for March 19th at 8 AM. We'll get you a copy of your notice to appear. Do you have any questions today?
No, ma'am.
Probably can take this off, it's just definitely not. Any additional matters for the record?
Just gonna keep your honor.
Nothing for the defense.
Thank you.
Just have a seat, wait for you. Again.
Can they take these back?
Yeah, sure.
I assume Mr. Keene is not here. Azim Moen is not here.
No, he's on the Zoom.
Oh, okay. On the record in the matter, the people of the state of Michigan versus Azim Moen, file number 23-03564, council appearance.
Assistant prosecutor Paige Petrowski on behalf of the people.
An assistant public defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the attorney of record Jacob Raleigh for the defendant Azim Moeen, who is appearing separately by video.
Okay, Mr. Moen, how are you today? Can you hear us?
You gotta unmute yourself, Mr. Moeen.
You're muted. How are the people, are they moving to discuss this?
Yes.
Okay, this case is dismissed. You're all set, sir. Might want to call him because I sent him a request to unmute. I don't think he can see it. There's someone on here identified as Keela.
It's actually Eric Easley. I'm just using Kyla's phone this morning. Yes, ma'am.
Sounds good. That was milk, wasn't it? Louis Easley at 9:15. Can you start your video, please?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your name?
My name is Eric Anthony Easley.
Okay. I don't see you on my docket. Are you related to Louis Easley?
Yes, ma'am. That is my son.
Okay. This is set for review. Do we know what's going on?
And I currently have William Easley in my possession. The victim.
Okay, give me just a moment, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, William. Yeah. Hey, cut your shower. Hello.
Eric Easley. Mr. Easley, are you there? February 6th. February 6th, okay. Anyone here from Montoya Boyd?
Your Honor,
Ma'am?
it's
All
my,
right, yes, Mr. Easley,
Yes.
the matter today was
Okay.
only scheduled for a review date because Louis Easley is
Yes,
supposed to be transferred. Louis Easley is supposed to be transferred to mental health court. And so that paperwork has not been completed, so I have to reset the matter till February 6th.
So, Your Honor, this matter has been going on since 2022. We were in contact with Mr. Milks in his office several times. I've been trying to advocate for Lewis because it's not conducive for his health to go back to the environment of his mom's home. And Mr. Milks not only pushed for him to go back to his mom's home and return back to Michigan, he actually rescinded the no contact order for him to be allowed to live at his mom's house. And it's all about environment at this point. I'm asking the court to give me my child and dismiss this because it has gone on for a long time. And he's ready to come here to Washington State. Last year, I informed Mr. Milks when it was unhealthy for Lewis to be in the home. I informed Mr. Milks that I was bringing Lewis to Washington State and I would have him back on time for court. Lewis got here to Washington State. Lewis not only enrolled in mental health and was in mental health services, Lewis actually passed 3 out of his 4 GED tests here in 5 weeks. And I informed Mr. Milks of that. I informed Mr. Milks, please do not put him back in that environment. Right now, I am with said victim, William Easley, and he's not their brothers. I don't think the state has grounds to even put him in mental health court at this point. I don't think the state should even be prosecuting this at this point. I think you guys should just please give me my kid. Make stipulations for him not to be at his mom's house in the environment that he's been in because she allows him to do things like drink and smoke. And she's not in a good mental state herself. And this is what I informed Mr. Milks. This could have been resolved a long time ago. This could have been resolved last year. So I'm humbly asking the court to please dismiss this case and please put stipulations on the dismissal of my kid just not being able to be in Michigan for 5 years or something.
Okay, Mr. Easley, I tried to be patient and allow you to get, what was on your chest off. You don't understand the criminal process if you believe that I can just dismiss the case because you want your son to be in the same state with you.
Your Honor, I'm not saying that.
Whoa, because when you were talking, did you notice I sat there and I didn't open my mouth? That's called respect. I gave you the respect while you spoke, and I expect the same respect when I speak back, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
This case was issued by the prosecutor's office. The prosecutor is the only one who can make a motion to just dismiss a case. The court can dismiss it for certain things, but what you're asking for is not a reason that grants me the authority to dismiss the case. I can't just dismiss the case because the father of the defendant, who is an adult, by the way, not a child, doesn't believe that the adult should be in the state of Michigan. That's not the proper grounds to do that. Mr. Milks is the attorney for your son. He's not the prosecutor. My records reflect there's still a no contact order for.
Yeah, why? Yeah.
My
he
contact,
just-
my contact order, no contact order does not, I don't see where we allowed him to live with the mother. I have a no
Then-
contact order.
Then that would mean Mr. Milks fabricated a story
I
to.
can't- Mr. Milks
Well-
did not appear today, so I don't want to address things of that nature without him being here to defend or clarify anything. That's not fair to him. And so you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
appear at the next court date. And if you want to work with Mr. Milks to file a motion to address the bond on this matter, which would allow your son to relocate to wherever you live and appear for court, then that's something you would need to work with Mr. Milks on. My records reflect that I approved for him to stay with the grandparent. I don't see where I approve for him to
That is not-
stay
that
with
is
his
not-
mother.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but that is not a healthy environment at all. His grandfather and grandmother
Okay,
are
that's on the
both addicts.
Okay, counsel. The prosecutor has something to say.
I just wanted to inform the court, at least in our case notes for this, we do have it written that one of the victims, Monica Lapgar, appeared and asked for the no contact order to be lifted, and his bond was amended to remove the no contact order with Monica Lapgar. However, the
Juanita.
no contact. Oh, my bad, Juanita.
And that is his
Oh.
mom.
Okay.
But the other
I'm
one
gonna,
against.
I'm gonna terminate this hearing because we allow you, Mr. Easley, to speak without us disrupting you. Then you can't provide us the same level of respect. And I don't conduct court in that way. I've tried to be more than patient with you this morning because I recognize that you're frustrated, but I won't tolerate disrespect and mispronouncing the name that she's not familiar with does not give you the grounds to just interrupt her while she did not interrupt you while you were talking. So if you want a motion to be filed for the court to address any issue, you work with an attorney to get an appropriately filed motion before the court, and then we'll address your issues with the defendant present as well as his attorney and the prosecutor present in an appropriate and respectable fashion. With that being said, I'm going to remove you from the virtual courtroom. Thank you. You don't have anybody else to, oh, we do, Anna Pierce and Colin Spencer.
Yes, Your Honor, we're prepared to proceed.
I don't see Pierce on my docket. Who is Hannah Pierce? She can start her audio.
I believe that's Mr. Collins' girlfriend.
Why do you believe that?
Well, that's her name.
Oh,
Could
okay.
be the same person, could not be, I don't know.
Sounds good. She removed herself when I asked her to start her video. Okay, let's see. Colin Spencer.
Yep, I'm here.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Colin Spencer, file number 22-02584. Council appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrosky on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Colin Spencer, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Spencer, today was the date and time set up for a pre-trial. And I have 2 counts of domestic violence. It looks like there was an offer for him to be screened for specialty court at 55th. And we reset this matter to allow him time to consider that request. How are we proceeding at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Spencer is grateful for the offer. However, at this time, he declines the invitation to participate in mental health court. I would like to see the matter for final pretrial and trial.
That's a matter of final pretrial. I don't think that cancels off the offers because the offer you typically will remain open until final pretrial. Okay, and then there's a jury trial that will be set as well.
Final pretrial, February 27th at 8. Jury trial, March 27th.
Okay, final pretrial will be February 27th in person at the court, and then your jury trial will be March 19th at 8 AM in person at the court. Final pretrial is also at 8 AM, okay, sir?
Good.
You have any questions for the court?
Not at this time, I don't.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the people, Your Honor.
Thank you. Your Honor.
You're all set, sir.
I appreciate you.
No problem. So we didn't see. What is this? Oh. Lindsay Buffington did not appear.
Your Honor, I have not seen Ms. Buffington. I did talk with her on Friday and exchanged a portion of the proofs necessary with the prosecutor. If the court would be willing to waive her appearance, we could reset for her to get the license. She already got the vaccination. She just needs to get her license.
She also needs to come to court. So, if she approves, that's fine, but if not, then I'm gonna issue a bench warrant. Let's see, anybody seen, is Ray Johnson in custody? All right, record said he was.
Yeah.
He downstairs? Where are they, were they supposed to log in?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Okay, sounds good.
Mara Chambers and I believe Mara Chambers.
Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Tamara Chambers, file number 23-02988 SM, council appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrowski on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Tamara Chambers. She was in the courtroom standing like.
Okay, today was the date and the time that was set for a pretrial and a bond violation hearing. Is there an offer on this?
Yes, Your Honor, sorry. Real quick. Our offer is for a defendant to plead to the one count of assault and battery, and we would dismiss the attempted resisting and obstructing.
Mr. Lee, has your client want to proceed with that?
Your Honor, at this time, we'd like to set the matter for a final pretrial.
Okay, I'll set the assault and battery for final pretrial, along with the bond violation hearing on the same date in person at the court.
February 27th at 8.
February 27th at 8 AM. Count one is the attempted police officer assault resisting. I don't require witnesses to appear for a final pretrial if the witness is law enforcement. So law enforcement will not be required to appear for count one. So jury trial will continue on March 19th. March 19th at 8 AM. So final pretrial and bond violation hearing is going to be on February 27th. At 8 AM in the court. You were arraigned by Magistrate Milmore on that violation already. And I'm sure she reminded you of the no contact order, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any questions about that? So we'll continue, we'll get you your notice to appear, the additional matter for the record.
Nothing for the people, Your Honor.
Nothing to the effect.
Okay, you're all set for today. You're welcome. See, did you just see Mr. Russell?
Yeah, he was here last week.
I thought we was turning over a new lead. Forgot. We'll reset it.
Okay.
Who represented him last week? Was it you, Mr. Russell?
He was Wanji.
Oh, Ms. Wanji, we need to get Ms. Wanji to call. Talk nice to him, so he'll come to court and resolve this.
February 20th
February 20th.
at 10.
I'm gonna reset these for February 20th at 10. See if he appears. that was putting Mr. Johnson on. My desk is full, that's all I know. Okay, let's see here. Mr. Johnson, can you hear me? I'm sorry? Can you hear me, Mr. Johnson? Okay. Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Rajon Johnson, file number 23-02919, council appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrosky on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Ray John Johnson.
Okay. Does he have another matter with the forensic referral?
You know, he may well be.
He has a note in here.
But he was
Yeah.
deemed out or something.
The forensic file's not here, that he was deemed.
It might have been, the,
Is a-
Okay, yeah, the note you just here just says that they would needed another month to complete the report. So he was,
yeah, that's why it was set for a pretrial, and the other one is set for, let me see what I can find.
okay. I'm not sure what's going on today. Oh, sounds good. Okay, today was the date that was set for a pretrial on a aggravated assault. How are we proceeding on this?
I would defer to defense.
Your Honor, I do have a note. I was contacted in early December by Dr. Anaker from the Center for Forensic Psychology. And it appears that Mr. Johnson is being evaluated for competency. So I would make a motion to adjourn until we can.
We just went over this.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry.
He was determined competent.
He was determined, okay. In that case, Your Honor, we would be okay with setting the matter for a final pretrial. There is an offer on the table that Mr. Johnson would like to consider, and until that time.
Okay, what is the offer?
It is a global resolution between this and his other misdemeanor case, which. So he's currently has 23-02-919, which is the aggravated assault case, and then 23-03-221, which is a retail fraud third. So our offer is if he were to plead to an count 2 of assault and battery in the 2919 case, we would dismiss the aggravated assault charge and the retail fraud charge.
Mr. Johnson, can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay. Do we know why? Do we know why he's in something like this?
I don't know.
Mr. Johnson, why are you in the cell?
Excuse me?
Why do they have you in the cell during court? Do you know why?
Got in trouble.
Oh, okay, sounds about why you were, is that why you were late for court today?
Yes.
Okay. We'll set it for final pretrial via Polycom.
Jury trial.
February 27th, and then jury trial will be March 19th. So we'll see you February 27th at 8 a.m., okay?
Okay, is that my next court date from here, or am I getting out?
That's your next court date.
From here, I'm gonna still be here?
I would imagine unless you're gonna post bond, you don't have a high bond here, it's only dollars that you need to pay on this bond to get out.
Okay.
If you're not out on bond, then we'll have you appear via Polycom, okay?
All right.
Thank you. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus William Russell, file number 22-0278081 and 23-02415. Council appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrowski on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of William Russell.
Mr. Russell, are you there? He's not responding. Mr. Russell,